Hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. So in this video we are going to understand how to create a Weber subscriber from new Google Sheets tables row. So are you also using Google Sheets for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So here I'm doing the same. I manage the marketing efforts of an edutech company and we track the potential customers' information into our Google Sheets. So I want that as soon as I add the new details in my Google Sheets tables, automatically with the help of the same lead details, a new subscriber should be created in my Weber account too, so that I can create targeted email marketing campaigns for all of these leads. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between Google Sheets and a Weber. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So I'm going to create this connection so that I can convert my leads into customers. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video we are going to understand how to create a Weber subscriber from new Google Sheets table row. So as you know that I manage the marketing efforts of an edutech company and we track potential customer information in Google Sheets. So to streamline our lead management process, what I want is that as soon as I add the details of the new lead right over here in my Google Sheets table, automatically with the help of same lead details, a new subscriber should be created in my Weber account too. So this automation ensures that all the potential leads are promptly added to our email marketing system, allowing us to follow up with them quickly and efficiently, enhancing our chances of converting leads into customers. So to do all of this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we are going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect's account. And now it is opening my dashboard, and to start with the automation we are going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to create a Weber subscriber from new Google Sheets table row. And then we are going to click on create, and as soon as we are going to click on create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and the actions are response towards that command. So now I'm going to select my trigger application which is Google Sheets, because I want that as soon as I add a new row in my Google Sheets table, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for Google Sheets and then we are going to select it. And now for the trigger event we are going to select it as new or updated spreadsheet row, and now it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Google Sheets account and our Pabbly's workflow. So first I'm going to copy this webhook URL and then we are going to open our sheets. So here you can see that this is the sheet I want to create this automation for. So I'm going to go on extensions and then add-ons, and then we are going to go on get add-ons, and as soon as we are going to go on get add-ons, we are going to add an extension right over here. So to do this we are going to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks in our search app. So I'm going to search for it, and as you can see Pabbly Connect webhooks, and as you can see that I've already installed this extension, that's why it is showing me the option of uninstall. So if you haven't installed this, you are going to get the option of install right over here, and as soon as we are going to install this, we are going to refresh the page. It is really important to refresh the page, and now after refreshing this we are going to go on extensions, and then you can see that Pabbly Connect webhooks appeared right over here. And now after opening this we are going to go on initial setup, and as soon as we are going to go on initial setup, it is asking me to select the sheet, webhook URL and the trigger column. So as you can see that my sheet is lead, so I'm going to select the same right over here. For the webhook URL we are going to paste the URL we copied from our workflow, and now it is asking me for the trigger column. So over here you can see that it is saying the trigger column will be a final data column. So for me the final data column is G, so I'm going to select G right over here. You have to select your, and then we are going to click on submit, and as soon as we are going to click on submit, you can see setup configured successfully. So yes, with this we have successfully created a connection between our Google Sheets account in our Pabbly's workflow. But now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission. And in order to do that test submission, we are going to open our Sheets again. We are going to go on extensions and then Pabbly Connect webhooks. And over here you can see the button of send on event. So we are going to switch this button on because I want that as soon as a new event is occurred right over here in my Sheets, automatically the details should be sent to my workflow. So yes, you can see that I've switched on this button, and now we are going to do the test submission. So for the first name, I'm going to keep it as dummy right over here. For the last name, we are going to keep it as user. For the city, I'm going to keep it as Bhopal. So I'm going to enter it. It is asking me for the email. So I want the email to be dummy@pabblytudes.com. So I'm going to enter it. And now it is asking me for the phone number. So I'm going to keep the phone number as this. We are going to move on forward. It is asking me for the source. So I'm going to select the source as website. And now it is asking me for the status. So I want the status to be hot lead. So yes, as soon as I selected hot lead, this was my trigger column. Automatically these details has been sent to my workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response of these details or not. So I'm going to open my workflow, and yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the details of the same. Over here you can see the trigger column, the status. Over here you can see the spreadsheet name. Over here you can see the sheet name. We are going to move on forward. The first name, the last name, the phone number, the email, and the city that we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step, and now we are going to move on to our action step. So for our action application, we are going to select AWeber right over here. So I'm going to search for AWeber, and then we are going to select AWeber right over here. And now it is asking me for the action event. So I'm going to select the action event as add or update a subscriber, and then we are going to click on connect. And as you can see that now it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected a Weber account with your Pabbly's workflow, then you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection and then connect with AWeber. So as soon as we are going to click on this, you can see that it is asking me for my login credentials. So I'm going to click on it. We are going to give the permissions and click on allow access. So I'm going to give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on allow access because Pabbly is safe. And as soon as we are going to click on this, you can see that we have successfully connected our AWeber account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the account ID. So I'm going to select it as same only because this is my account ID. We are going to move on forward. It is asking me for the list ID. So I'm going to select the list right over here, which is new leads. We are going to move on forward. It is asking me for the full name. So you are going to map the full name right over here. So mapping is a method by Pabbly, which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Google Sheets as our trigger application. So you are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new updated row in my spreadsheet. So I'm going to give you an example that over here in front of full name, suppose I'm going to enter dummy user right over here manually. So I'm going to enter dummy user right over here like this. So yes, if I'm going to enter this manually, then this will not change with every new updated row because this is static information and I've entered it manually. But if I'm going to map it from the previous response, over here you can see the first name. So we are going to map it, put a space and the last name. So if I'm going to map the full name from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. And now it is asking me for the email. So we are going to map the email to from the spreadsheet response. I'm going to search for it, and as you can see the same, so we are going to map it. And now it is saying update existing. So I'm going to select it as no only. If you wish, you can definitely select it as yes too. And now it is asking me for the tags, ad tracking, IP addresses, and many another details. So as you can see, all of these details are not the required details. So I'm going to leave it as blank. And yes, we have the mobile number and the city of our lead. So we are going to map the same right over here too. So I'm going to search for it and map it. We are going to map the city too. I'm going to search for it, and as you can see the same, so we are going to map it. After mapping all the required details and the details we had of our lead, we are going to click on save and send test request. And as soon as we are going to click on save and send test request, you can see that we have received the positive response. So this means that we have successfully added a new subscriber with the same details in our Weber account too. So I'm going to open my Weber account and check for the new subscriber created. So I'm going to open my Weber account, and now from the left sidebar, we are going to go on subscribers. We are going to go on subscribers and check for the new subscriber created. And yes, you can see name dummy user. Over here you can see the email, and the status is pending. So the status is pending because we have sent our lead a mail to accept that if they wanted to be added right over here in my Weber as a subscriber or not. So if they accept accepted, then the status will be accepted. So yes, you can see that the status is pending right now, but we have added the details. Over here you can see all the details, where you can see the name, the email, mobile number, and the city that we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and I'll just test this workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So what we are going to do is we are going to open our Google Sheets and do another test submission. So for the first name, I'm going to keep it as test. For the last name, we are going to keep it as user right over here. For the city, we are going to keep it as Indore. So I'm going to enter the email as testuser@pabblytudes.com. So I'm going to enter it right over here. And after entering this, we are going to enter the phone number as this. And now it is asking me for the source. So I want the source to be Facebook, and then for the status, we are going to select it as warm lead. And as soon as we are going to do this, yes, we have successfully did the test submission. And now this means that Google Sheets has sent the details of our submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further created a new subscriber in our AWeber account with the same details. So I'm going to open my AWeber account directly and check for the new subscriber created. And this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my AWeber account, and we are going to refresh this subscribers page to check for the new subscriber created. And yes, you can see name test user. Over here you can see the email testuser@pabblytudes.com. I'm going to look for more details, and yes, you can see city Indore, and over here you can see the phone number that we entered. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and our workflow is successful. So I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For the trigger application, we selected Google Sheets. For the trigger event, we selected new or updated spreadsheet row. For the action application, we selected AWeber. For the action event, we selected add or update a subscriber, because I wanted that as soon as a new row is added in my Google Sheets right over here under the leads management, automatically with the help of same details, a new subscriber should be created in my AWeber account too. So I'm going to do this because this automation ensures that all the potential leads are promptly added to our email marketing system, allowing us to follow with them quickly and efficiently, enhancing our chances of converting leads into customers. And yes, we were successful with our workflow. Over here you can see the two subscribers I created during this video with the help of my workflow. One is test user and the another one is dummy user. So if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.